Hi guys, it's Dr. Pete here. I'm a workplace psychologist focusing on leaders and teams. When we think about leadership, the focus in my work is about building extraordinary leaders. Leaders who can do the right work at the right time and in the right way. When we think about teams, the focus of my work is on building high performance teams. Teams with extraordinary levels of engagement that fit in together really well and high levels of achievement that deliver standout results. If we take these two ideas of leaders and teams and put them together, we create a leadership team. And the question in that for us is, how do we help all these extraordinary leaders collaborate effectively in a high performance team so they can maximize the performance of the organization? Look, we think there's 7 signs of an extraordinary leadership team, and I'm going to hand you over to my good colleague Alistair Kerr to take you through them.
Thanks, Pete. The first of the 7 signs is an activity cycle that's explicit and proactive.
You can see some examples of what this might look like on the screen now. Once developed, explicit activity cycles are hardwired into calendars and diaries and adhered to as a critical priority, with other urgent requests and crises almost always managed around the activity cycle as opposed to disrupting it.
The second of our 7 signs is a proxy or duty officer system to ensure uninterrupted meeting time.
Just like the on-screen example, extraordinary leadership teams have meetings that are on time, on task, and almost never interrupted. They have specified personnel, often aspiring leaders, who are rostered on as duty officers during leadership team meeting times and have clearly laid out duty officer job descriptions and problem-solving flowcharts.
Third of our 7 signs is a combined meeting agenda and staff newsletter strategy.
Extraordinary leadership teams are exceptionally efficient. They use specialized regular team meeting agendas and update cycles to automatically generate staff newsletters that are timely and relevant, keeping everyone up to date regardless of all the other demands on their time. As you can see from the on-screen example, extraordinary leadership teams realize that a small amount of meeting pre-work has a large payoff.
The fourth of our 7 signs is the creation of a leadership team profile and an above and below the line chart.
Extraordinary leadership teams prioritize clarifying and codifying their own ways of working together. Take a look at the screen now for a fantastic real-world example.
The fifth of our 7 signs is a clear leadership team-specific purpose within the wider organization's purpose.
Extraordinary leadership teams take the time to develop a very clear purpose, recognizing that they're responsible for the staff capability and confidence as a precursor to staff delivering quality services. On screen now, you can see a fantastic example from the education sector. Here's another great example from the health sector.
The sixth of our 7 signs is that dashboards are tightly aligned with key result areas and working party responsibilities.
In relation to dashboards, when we compare ordinary leadership teams to extraordinary leadership teams, there's a world of difference. The example on screen now is of an ordinary dashboard from the healthcare sector. And while there's a lot of information available, it's not organised in a way that's meaningful for the leadership team to drive strategic improvement. Now contrast this with the dashboard from an extraordinary health leadership team, where the data is aligned and organised around working parties of leaders who share the scope of responsibility and oversight of the various domains of strategic improvement. Here's another example of an extraordinary leadership team's dashboard, this time from the education sector.
The 7th and final sign is clear reporting lines and pathways for innovation collaboration.
Extraordinary leadership teams know that publishing, displaying, and discussing a service-wide collaboration map like the on-screen example is one of the best ways to improve communication, effectiveness, and efficiency.
Now that we've shared the 7 signs of extraordinary leadership teams, I wonder how your leadership team compares. To find out, download the white paper from our website and take the quick quiz with your team to highlight your team's strengths, areas of growth, and the next steps that will help your team to level up.